Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have a very special guest. It is Donnie Brasco, the real Donnie Brasco. Joe Pistone. If you don't know the story, if you hadn't seen the movie, Joe Pistone went undercover in the New York Mafia in a crime family for 5 years in the late 70s, early 80s. Ended up like 200 indictments just based on his investigation. He lived the life. He's in witness protection still. Fascinating interview, something a little different. So make sure you listen to that. We also have Russel Wilson maybe demanding a trade, but also not. It's very weird. Russel Wilson Day, Deshaun Watson adamantly demanding a trade. Fyre Fest of the week. Hank has a new idea to get us rich, which I think he's going to share. Are you going to share? Fuck yeah, you're going to share. Packed Friday show. Let's get it going, and it's brought to you by our friends at Verizon 5G. You've heard us talk a lot about how Verizon 5G ultra-wideband makes gaming better, ultra-low lag, console-quality gaming on the go. Well, we're not just talking gaming. Verizon designed their 5G to make the things we do every day better. With the coverage of 5G nationwide, millions of people can now do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities where people can use massive capacity and ultra-low lag, Verizon has that ultra-wideband we've been talking about, the fastest 5G in the world. This is the 5G that's built for you. This is 5G built right. Only from Verizon, 5G ultra-wideband available only in parts of select cities. 5G nationwide available in 2,700 plus cities. Global claim based on open signal independent analysis. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Verizon 5G. Today is Friday, February 26th. PFT, your mind, it's your greatest weapon.
Agreed.
Always persevere, always have a great perspective, and always have a great purpose in your life.
Agreed.
Even though we don't get to play today, we always win.
Fact.
Winning is the only option. Hashtag grateful. The best is ahead.
Also fact.
Cross-training made easier with my hashtag Bose frame, Team Bose, hashtag Bose.
Also correct.
These are the quotes I will live by if Russell Wilson becomes a Bear.
There you go. There you go. Your mind is your greatest weapon?
Your mind is your greatest weapon.
What about my ass?
Nope, your mind.
Okay, all
your
right.
mind is your great. Russell Wilson has demanded kind of the most passive-aggressive trade request in the history of sports.
Well, it's kind of like he's entering the transfer portal. It's not really a full demand. He says, I'm not requesting a trade unless it's to a team that I would want to be traded to.
Do you know what he's asking? He's basically in a marriage and he's asking for a hall pass, and then he listed like 6 different women that he would like to have sex. Like, hey, actually our neighbor
that he knows
is a hall pass. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not Jennifer Aniston. It's Bethany who lives next door.
Yeah, it's your friend from the PTA.
Right.
She'd be on my
hall
list.
Pass.
Yeah, you toss in a couple like Scarlett Johansson's on there, Halle Berry, your mom. And then we'll go with Megan Fox.
Okay, so he has said to the Seahawks he doesn't want to be traded, but if they were to trade him, hypothetically speaking, he would want to go to one of 4 teams: the Raiders, the Bears, the Saints, and the Jets. No, the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, not the Jets.
I've seen the Jets as well for
not
some
the
reason.
Jets.
Okay, not the Jets. Just the fact that Russell Wilson has put the Bears in this list is like maybe the biggest win the Bears have had in a while.
It's huge.
6 or 7 years. Actually, our friend Robert Mays had a tweet that sums up the Bears perfectly. He listed the best Bears of all time QBs. Number 1, Sid Luckman. Number 2, Jay Cutler. Number 3, Eric Kramer. Number 4, Russell Wilson saying he'd play for the Bears.
I put him at 5. I put Sexy Rexy ahead of him, the original RG3.
Yes.
And now this is something that J.J. Watt I don't think would ever do. Something like what Russ is pulling. J.J. Watt would demand a trade. he would demand his release so that he wouldn't become a burden on the team and he could go out and not be a distraction to the locker room. Russel Wilson, on the other hand,
wouldn't milk his free agency period.
You can't
sign right now,
Mr. Unlimited, without me.
The league year hasn't started, Hank. What do you want him to tamper?
No.
You want JJ Watt? Listen, if Russell Wilson somehow, some way, let me take a step back,
Big
real
Cat,
quick. Let
me just say though that if you went to the Bears, something terrible would happen.
Of course, but I still would love to have that terrible thing happen for the day that he signed for me to be that excited.
You know what?
It's a future me problem.
Big Cat, an off season where Russell Wilson is your quarterback would be the best period of time in Bears history.
Right,
ever.
exactly.
It would be incredible. Yeah,
I think that he threw the Bears in here because he was like, okay, I want to go to the Saints because Sean Payton. I want to go to the Dolphins because I want to live in Miami. I want to go to the Raiders because I want to live in Las Vegas. I want to go to Chicago because there's a chance that Ryan Pace will pay me $700 million. Mm-hmm. And so that is where the Bears, and guess what? I don't think Russell Wilson is worth $700 million, but I also
never got an MVP vote.
I would love to just have a competent quarterback, and that would be a very fun experience.
I think that he threw the Bears in there as like kind of throwing a bone for the Seahawks because he knows that if the Bears are in the discussion, his trade value goes up. Mm-hmm. And so that means that other teams would be able to give a little bit more money. I think he said Dallas, too. It's basically all cities that Sierra would want to live in.
Yes.
It's like where is a little bit sunnier? Where can you be outdoors for 8 months of the year?
All I'm going to say is that if Russell Wilson somehow, some way becomes a Bear, I will buy into... I might just become the most religious person in the world.
Or just become unlimited.
Just praise Jesus every single day. Like I will tweet about the corniest sayings, everything. I'll be a Mr. Unlimited. I'll do post game videos in black and white to Kobe, thinking about Kobe when Russell Wilson plays for the Bears. Like the Bears beat the Lions in week 3. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was for Kobe.
You and Russell do have like similar fashion senses. Hawaiian shirts, jeans. You're both dads.
Yep. Then that's really where it stops.
You both drink water sometimes.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get hurt. I'm ready to just. This is, you know what though? I don't really care. Just the fact that he mentioned it is really like it could be a total throw-in. But he put us in the sentence that said that he would consider being a Chicago Bear, and I'm like, all right, great. Someone wants us. That's cool.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I think he's going to stay in Seattle, but it's nice to dream. His biggest qualm with the organization appears to be like, oh, I didn't realize that playing in the NFL that my coach would have his sons also on the staff, and they wouldn't be held to the same standard. It's like, that you play in the NFL, right? Like that's kind of that's part of what you're signing up for. It's like you're going to be busy most Sundays, and your coach is going to have a couple of his shithead sons running around fucking everything up.
Mm-hmm. And so the other story that came out about Russell Wilson was that he apparently stormed out of a meeting before the Thursday Night Football game against the Cardinals because he was basically giving a presentation on how the offense could be fixed, which that was probably the lamest. Well, let me do two things. If he's not a Bear, that was the lamest presentation ever where Russell Wilson was like, I want to throw the ball 75 times a game. Mm-hmm. Let me be Mr. Unlimited. Now, Bear Russell Wilson, how do the Seahawks not listen to Russell Wilson, their franchise quarterback? Shame on them. If he came to Chicago, Matt Nagy would listen to everything he says.
It's great leadership.
Yes.
That's exactly what you want out of your signal caller. Mm-hmm. You want a guy that's not afraid to take the lot, to coach his coaches up.
But every time I read a story like this, like, why couldn't I fucking known about this before I bet on that game?
Which one?
Russell Wilson storming out like it's the Mike McCarthy watermelons again.
Yep,
I'm sick of reading stories in February where I can actually point to it and be like, oh yeah, lost that bet. That makes sense.
Can we all stop for a second though and just imagine Russell Wilson in Las Vegas? Just what a waste of real estate that would be for him.
He would probably try to have like a magic show on the Strip.
Yeah, probably. He'd be front row at the at like the Celine Dion
like a Joel
review
Osteen
every night.
Show. Yeah. You could. Oh, I could totally see that.
Yeah. Hey, Dave Copperfield. Maybe I was thinking we had this great idea for a magic show that removes all the satanic imagery, though.
Yes.
So basically, card tricks.
Yeah, I could absolutely see Russell Wilson doing that. So it's wild to think that Stafford obviously already got traded. Dak is still up in the air. Russell Wilson, passive aggressive trade request.
Deshaun
apparently
not getting traded. Jack Easterby. You don't want to fuck with Jack Easterby.
Well,
that's a man that has read. He lives Art of the Deal every single day.
Apparently not getting traded, but also apparently refusing to play for the Texans.
Yeah.
So the story came out that he met with the new coach for the Texans, Culley.
Yep.
That one's going to be
right.
that. We're going to have to remind ourselves of that.
Culley, and then I'm having a hard time remembering Sirianni.
Yep, Sirianni and Culley. So they had a meeting on Friday night, and Deshaun Watson was like, absolutely not playing for the team. Sorry, just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it is a game of chicken.
Deshaun, just get fat.
I would love to see a player just be like, I truly hate them so much, I will retire.
Yeah, I mean, if any franchise is able to do that to a person, it would be the Houston Texans. Just get fat, Deshaun. I don't know if that would actually change things because you say that you're not going to play. They say that they're not going to trade you, but it would make my life a lot more fun if every time I saw a picture of fat Deshaun, I got to giggle at it.
Yeah,
and then
there's your way out of town.
Then there's J.J. Watt. Who's also doing his free agency tour.
Oh, and we have sticking on quarterbacks. Big Ben is officially back, which is the best thing ever. I mean that brought a tear to my eyes. One more fucking trip around the sun, the last dance, Big Ben version. Drew Brees is apparently not he is retiring, but he hasn't said it yet, which makes no sense.
But he's going to be in the booth next year, right?
But he hasn't said that he's retiring.
He's retiring. I'm putting Drew Brees out to pasture.
What people are saying now is, why has Drew Brees not retired?
I don't have a good answer for that, but I'm putting it out to pasture.
I was going to make a joke that I'm not going to make because I'm not going to make the joke.
About his ribs?
No.
What was it about?
It was going to be something along the lines of he's probably still at the golf course waiting for Tiger.
Okay, thank you for not making that joke.
You can't make
that
joke.
You can't make that
joke.
Can't make that joke.
You cannot make that joke, so I didn't make the joke.
Drew Brees.
Right? I did not make
Thank God.
We all agree I did not make that joke,
and thank God you didn't.
But Drew Brees is also
you.
one of the quarterbacks that had his legs broken in those rumors.
Yes,
that we talked about.
Right, exactly.
Big Ben, so yes, he's coming back. He's going to just basically loan money to the Steelers because the Steelers, they don't want to pay him because he's frankly not worth anything right now. Big Ben doesn't want to take money from the Steelers because
he has to take something.
He knows.
Yeah.
So how is that going to work? I think that Big Ben should start up his own TB12 method.
Yep.
The BB7 method, which is really the way that the people always say, Tom Brady, well, your wife is a supermodel. She brings in hundreds of millions of dollars. It does make it easier for him to get paid less, but we also speculate that Tom Brady has that side cash coming in from the TB12 method.
Yep.
The BB7 method, the Big Ben 7 method, could be the answer to the Steelers' cap hell problems where he starts selling used medical equipment on eBay and gas station boner pills and chloroform.
Passwords to browsers.
Yes. Yeah. That I don't,
he's
I
not
don't
using
use anymore.
He's not using them, guys.
Yeah.
Free password. So, and then what other news we have? Well, NBA All-Star team was announced. Is anyone excited for the NBA All-Star game? I feel like it's the weirdest event.
I don't even think that the players are excited for it.
I was just happy that Zach LaVine got the credit because I'm all in on Zach LaVine. He's been phenomenal. What?
His dad is electric, too.
Yes.
They had the video where they were surprised him, and his dad was like, "You ready?" Or Zach LaVine was like, "You ready for Atlanta?" And the dad was just like, "Are there casinos?"
Yeah,
that was his only question.
Well, Zach LaVine had a quote a couple of weeks ago where it's like, "The only two people I'm afraid of are God and my dad." And then have you seen a picture of his dad?
Yeah,
his dad is a not to be fucked with type of guy. But yeah, the All-Star game,
NBA just needs to bring back the dunk contest. It's very simple. Just bring it back with the best players.
Yes, I agree. The dunk contest can solve everything. And then college basketball, we had a great Roy Williams quote last night, even though he shouldn't have. So they scheduled Marquette for an extra game, something Duke would never do because Duke is scared. They lost to Marquette, bad loss, and
terrible loss.
He basically said,
"This sucks,
Y'all, when I schedule these games, I don't know what we're going to lose. If we won the game, you'd say, why did you schedule Marquette? And dadgummit, I'm going to schedule Marquette, and if we win, then you are sitting up here saying you shouldn't have scheduled. If I lose the dadgum game, then you guys are telling me why I schedule Marquette for. So, y'all, I can't win with y'all. And then he storms out.
That was Jerry Jones, Roy Williams, and Patrick Mahomes all together.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That averages out to Roy Williams, so I'm okay with that. And all you haters out there that told me I was an idiot when I said Roy Williams is a better coach than Coach K, he doesn't get the shine. This is just another market in my favor on this.
But hold on. What's going to happen here and why I just said this sucks is there's now a world where Duke's going to make the tournament this year and UNC isn't.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. It's going to suck because I actually... What's Duke's remaining schedule? I mean, the ACC's not very good this year.
They might get like a top 4 seed.
Do you think
Hank has a point?
What?
Because they just announced that there are going to be replacement teams with COVID. The first 4 teams out are going to be on standby.
Oh, that's such blue balls bullshit.
God forbid Gonzaga, Baylor, Michigan have COVID outbreak. Duke replaces them
at
as
the 1 seed.
that's what's going to happen?
They're not going to shift around.
What the fuck?
But Duke could also be a 16 seed.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see them pounded by Gonzaga.
Isn't this again for like the second time exactly what happened in Harry Potter: The Goblet of Fire, where they added another team in just to make sure that the ratings went up?
That's true.
R.I.P. said
What
Duke.
what? That's a fantastic reference, PhD. I had no idea you
Sick
had that in
reference.
you.
Thank you. Well, it happened with Zion with the Pelicans, and now they're doing it with another Duke squad.
Cedric.
So
got the fucking raw end of that deal.
I've been saying that for years.
Duke has
They're home
Louisville.
against
Yeah,
Louisville,
they just left
and
him.
Georgia Tech, UNC.
Hank
All
is-
tournament
Hank
caliber
is
teams.
stupefied.
Yeah, Georgia Tech will actually be
I mean,
their
just
toughest
like
game.
access something that I forgot about, like since I was like 12 years old.
So
It's the Stones.
it is
Duke,
Stone.
Georgia Tech. I actually
Sorcerer Stone is in
referenced
your
this on
kidney.
my pod last night.
What
Duke,
shout out
Georgia-
the pod?
Barstool Bench Mob. Duke, Georgia
Wait,
Tech may
B-Mob
very
or-
well.
Hank.
Which-
That's
There's
not
only
very
one.
wide a review.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there was
Yeah.
just one.
Fuck you,
Duke,
Hank.
Georgia Tech Tuesday could very well
Skill.
be a loser leaves town game.
Yes, that
I
would
give
be
you
a
guys
loser.
credit though, but that is a loser leaves town.
Loser
like
leaves.
game.
We didn't come up with loser leaves.
No, we didn't.
I still credit you.
Wrestling and
Nope,
everything.
credit you guys.
Okay.
All right, I thought you did it. Sorry.
Yeah. So Duke, they're going to make the tournament. I just know they will.
Of course.
If they make the tournament, you got to get a cat, Hank.
No.
Why?
You guys have to get a cat.
All right, how about this, Hank? What if Duke makes the tournament as one of those replacement COVID teams, and then they end up losing?
If Duke wins the championship, you guys should get a cat.
Okay, yeah. If Duke wins the championship, I'll get a cat.
Yep. Done. And if Duke, you have to have a cat.
It'll be an
side
outdoor
if
If
you're-
they
cat.
make it to the championship and lose,
No.
I'll get a cat.
Final Four. No. Sweet 16.
Sweet
No.
16 and lose.
No, because if they get a 1 seed, it'll be a walk-in to the Final Four.
But that's a risk. You have to put something in this.
Yeah, if they make it to the championship and lose.
No. It's got to be. Come on.
It's the same
Final
bet for
Four.
both of
Final
us.
Four. Final Four.
I think Elite Eight. I think if they get to the Elite Eight and lose, you have to get a cat. If they lose in the Sweet 16, no cat.
No cat. They would.
Yeah,
You think they
yeah.
can
But no, but what?
tournament
But
games?
what?
Hank
What?
wants
What's
to
on?
see us
What?
so bad.
What's
No,
on?
Final Four. I think Final Four. If they get to the Final Four, you have to get a cat. And if they win the title, we have to get a cat.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
One cat between us.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
split it in half.
It can be a barn cat.
Billy will.
There's
do it
actually
for
a
us.
new litter of
No.
barn cats.
Oh,
No,
God damn it. Billy, are you going to get the, what was the riboplasma?
Toxoplasmosis.
What do you
That
got?
was a wild time, right?
Yeah. Didn't you
Oh, you've
suggest
grown
getting
up since then?
toxoplasmosis to attack the COVID cells?
Yeah, no, it was more that in a bunch of people with motorcycle accidents have toxoplasmosis because they have no fear.
By the way, we should just, for the people who are listening and not watching, Billy has the most unwrinkled or wrinkled jean or pants of all time.
It looks like his legs are in two scrotums.
I just want you to listen to it and
Two
know
accordions.
that that's what he's doing. Chipotle wrappers, as Ken Jack put out there.
Not all of us have advanced laundry
Billy,
techniques.
You have
like
a
a
dryer.
laundry, like a.
I support you, Billy.
What do you mean by
Thank you.
advanced laundry techniques? Do you mean a dryer,
an iron.
an iron?
If I didn't support you, Billy, I would say I also don't have an iron, but I've never let my pants get to that point. But I do support you, and I'm with you.
I
on
actually
this
think
journey.
you balled them up and you put them under your mattress. You've been sleeping on them for 6 months.
I have a solid laundry apparatus technique thing I do where
You put it in the
I
washing
actually do
machine?
have a washer and a dryer.
I know what he's going to say.
What?
And because you're 21. Are you 22 yet?
I'm 22.
All right, so you're 22. You're going to always be 21. But you do, and listen, this is actually the relatable part, Billy. So I'm going to have your back here.
Thank you.
You do your laundry. You wash it, and you put it in the dryer. And then instead of doing the extra step of folding everything and putting it away, you just take your clothes from the dryer all week.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's actually an efficient system.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the washing machine right when you take it off for the shower.
Right.
Yep.
So you basically, you don't need a closet.
Exactly.
You just have your
Can I
washer
give you a
and
life
dryer.
hack? So
Yes.
here's a great way to just get rid of wrinkles. You just take like one sock or one shirt and you wet it down, and then you put it in the dryer with the other thing you want to dry, and then the steam while it's in the dryer gets rid of the wrinkles.
How long?
I don't know, like 10 minutes.
So do it
15
while I
minutes.
shower?
Yeah, perfect.
That's actually huge.
Or you hang the pants up in the shower. I'm a guy that knows how to take care of some big wrinkly pants. You just hang it up in there with you. The steam lets it all fall down.
Yep.
That's actually huge.
Maybe put a towel under the door so that you don't let any of the steam out.
Hot box it.
Yep. Yeah, little steam room in your shower.
Oh, I had a little bit of pre-FOMO. Looking forward to this weekend.
Oh,
can you guys help me out? Maybe.
Yeah.
Are we not gonna have any gooch this weekend? Because last weekend we had multiple gooches.
The golfer. I think the golfer's probably competing.
Taylor Gooch.
Yeah.
And then there was Dusty Gooch. Mm-hmm. I can't go from 2 Gooch weekend to 0 Gooch weekend.
Yeah, I hope that Taylor Gooch is competing. I would assume he is.
Yeah.
Right? He's got to be. Jake, check that for us. Hank.
Stand by. Brooks did just hit a 35-footer. He's one off the lead.
Of course he is.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, that's not Puerto Rico, is it?
Nope.
No.
Other one.
Concession in Bradenton, Florida.
Okay. Yeah. All right, before Hank tells us his
I don't
genius
see Gooch
idea.
on the leaderboard.
Okay. Well, he's got to be there.
Or he could be at Puerto Rico.
He could be at Puerto Rico. All right. After taking a brief hiatus from outdoor activities and workout routines, it's time to get back to the grind with new spring essentials from Mack Weldon with body mapping technology and fabric mesh zones. Mack Weldon Stealth boxer briefs deliver enhanced breathability and support, perfect for everyday wear or to be layered underneath workout gear. And for sweatpants you can wear outside without the feeling like you're wearing sweatpants. Check out Mack Weldon's new Ace line. They actually sent us the sweatpants. Very, very comfortable. You want sweatpants that don't make you look like a schlub, like Billy. You want sweatpants that make you look good and feel good. There's something about putting on like a nice pair of sweatpants on a Saturday. You feel people might think, hey, that's a guy who just went to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Probably didn't, but that is a guy who could have gone to the gym. So Mack Weldon has it all. Socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos, active shorts. They look great, feel great. Working out, going to work on a date. Mack Weldon is for everyday life. Any situation you can think of, Mack Weldon has you covered. Totally free. Weldon Blue is their totally free loyalty program. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life. Once you reach level 2, by spending $200, you get 20% off every order for the next year. That's crazy. So Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them, and they'll still refund you. No questions asked. So go right now. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/take. Enter promo code TAKE. That's MackWeldon.com/take. Promo code TAKE for 20% off. I'm telling you, the sweatpants are must-haves. Go get it. Sweatpants and sweatshirts. Get it at MackWeldon.com/take for 20% off. MackWeldon.com/take. 20% off. Reinventing men's basics. PFT, what I thought you were going to say about this weekend was, we're back. Guys, this is how the calendar works. We finally made it. We're fucking springing ahead. So changing your clocks on Saturday night. Finally, we're going to get that extra hour of sunlight. There's nothing better than getting to that point where we finally reach it. We're going to change our clocks on Saturday night, and then boom, it's going to be 6:30 before the sun sets.
Right. Well, for me, it's actually been the entire 4 months because I never change, and so I've always got that to look forward to. If you've got a car that you drive every day, if you've made it, you drove through the zone, you made it through the zone.
Congrats.
That's the most accomplished I ever felt when I was driving my car. When I was like, you know what? I didn't change my clock. Finally, time caught up to me.
Yes.
You made it. Don't be late for work on Monday. It sprung forward.
There's something just beautiful about that. When the first Monday after we spring forward, which is this Saturday, so change your clocks. 2:00 in the morning, is that right?
2 a.m. 2 a.m. Sunday morning. It becomes 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
So that there's something about that extra hour where you get out of work and it's like, oh my god, it's still light out. This is great. It feels great.
Yeah, it's like if this had lasted one more week, I was going to off myself.
Yep.
So thank God it's back this week.
Yes. So just a little shout out to everyone looking out for the AWLs. Billy, we don't want you to be late. Hank, your genius idea that's going to make us rich. In a week where we have reached great financial independence by buying highlights online, we're just rich now, right? Because of highlights online.
They're assets. Yeah.
Digital assets.
This one,
CryptoPunks.
This one will require a little more work. I know you're old, Big Cat PFT. You're getting old. I'm getting old. So it's someone young that really has the time.
It also occurred to me
that there is a new sport that's blowing up, and I think we can get in on the ground floor and make a lot of money. This dude, Paul Macbeth, today signed a 10-year, $10 million contract extension to play disc golf.
10-year, $10 million?
So this guy, he was like,
like Ragnar.
He's the Michael Jordan
is.
of disc golf. His first
It's like
contract
Bobby
was like
Bonilla.
a year, like $250,000. He sold so many fucking discs or whatever, frisbees.
Frolf, it's called banging chains,
His
bro.
signature line sold so many. There's such a huge market there. They signed to a 10-year, $10 million contract, and it's something I think if we just get our Frolf on, we can get in and
banging chains,
bang chains, and make millions.
10 years, $10 million doesn't seem like that much money to me, actually.
For fucking disc golf?
Yeah, it seems like kind of a broke boy
It's a
sport.
fun sport.
I actually really, I aspire to be two things in my life. One is a car guy, and the other is a frolfer.
Right.
Like that's if I could envision my perfect self, it'd be know how to fix a car and have some antique cars, and then take my antique car and bang some chains.
How many times, Big Cat, in your life have you been like, I wish I could pursue my Frolf, dreams, but I have
Every day.
I have to make money for my family.
And literally every day.
Now you don't have to make a choice.
Yeah.
You can just do it.
Do both.
Yes.
Okay. In.
So who sponsors them?
Discraft.
Discraft.
So it's
is what I
a
was gonna
Frisbee
say.
company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're actually, they're so sick. You wear your little satchel, and you got your different Frolf discs. They're clubs.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't just use the same disc.
An AWL emailed me this. His name was Cayman, which I thought was appropriate for a guy that's really on the,
He definitely wears
the Frolf
Tevas.
Cayman's
scene.
good.
Maybe even has a rat tail.
But still, I read the article. I was like taken aback. I was like, wow, there's some real money to be. We're trying to get rich quick, right? Like,
Actually, you know what?
This is
Like-
the week where it's just like, what should we do? Should we buy like
This is
bears?
investment week on
Should we
Pardon My
buy
Take.
cards?
Disc golf
or should
is-
we buy some fucking chains?
It's
and
pandemic
start training?
proof is what it is because it's an outdoor sport. You're always socially distanced. You don't have any friends. It's perfect.
I have to correct you, Hank, because if we're going to get in this...
We have to buy chains to set them up, and then we
dude.
bang them. We
You
buy them, and then we
bang
bang
chains.
them.
That's why it sounds cool when you
But you
say
have to-
you want to go bang some chains, bro. And
Right.
then you're talking about Frolf.
Yeah. You
Okay.
have to buy them to set them up, and then you bang them.
Okay.
Why do we have to build our own bang chains?
No, we
Well,
don't.
for
You just go
training.
to the course and you bang some chains.
Yeah, I'm not going to bang my own chains.
Yeah.
Crap where you eat.
Come on.
Either way, do you want me to do my drunk idea too, or should we save that?
That wasn't your drunk
was
idea?
No, that's an investment.
That's a good idea.
That's like let's
Nice.
sit down.
You lead with the strongest idea.
That's like if we were, if the microphones weren't here, I would have sat you guys down in a boardroom and been like, let's do this presentation, the whole thing. This is more of just like, guys at the
All right,
bar, like,
lay it
All
on
right, his
Lay
drunk
on us,
idea
lay on us.
is we sponsor professional Frisbee golf.
Yes. We make a T-shirt that says "Bang Chains." That actually would be a good idea.
That'd be great.
We actually, Jake, or not Billy. Jake, can you get someone on that? Bang Chains.
Bang chains for
Do you
Barstool.
do you bang chains, bro?
Do
For the
you
store?
even bang chains?
Yeah. Do you even bang chains, bro? And it's just a fucking frolf going into.
Guys hit up Triggs.
Yeah, maybe it's a dude throwing a frolf with that rat tail I just talked about, khaki cargo shorts.
that are wrinkled.
baggy
Tevas.
green shirt.
Yeah, baggy green shirt. Teva's a little overweight, but not too overweight.
Maybe a puka shell.
Maybe a puka shell, and he's throwing a fucking perfect 9-iron right at the chains, and it says, "Do you even bang chains, bro?"
Who do you think's winning a chain bang between this group?
I could frolf.
Probably not me.
I could frolf. I've thought a lot about frolfing, so I'd say just my mind is sharper than everyone's here when it comes to frolf.
Yeah, the whole practicing Frisbee on the quad thing was never something I got into. So
I
I
could
feel
throw a
like
disc.
my discs they're always flying at like a
You
45
gotta
degree
get
angle.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you're
get
more.
Hozo.
You were
That's
more.
what they
You know what
call
I
it.
do? I
You
throw
throw
Barry,
things behind.
I
Yeah.
throw like Barry Zito style.
You're more of
where
a-
it's just
you're more of a
massive
lateral
hook.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to get Hozo. That's what
Vertical.
they call it, horizontal.
Hozo, get
I actually
level
made
with
that
it.
up. I don't know if I say that, but it sounds cool.
All right, now the drunk idea.
Okay.
Hanging
Wait,
br-
hold on.
Wait, what about
Flush that out of my brain.
hanging brain and banging chains?
Yeah,
and his
we'll
dick's,
have a whole line.
His dick's out while he's throwing
Yeah,
the
we'll have a
Frisbee.
whole line of these.
All right,
I want that shirt, Jake.
it's chopped.
Do you have Triggs?
No, I do not.
Fuck. I got to do everything around here. All right, fine. I'm going to text them.
All
You
right,
might
it's-
listen to the show too.
It's chopped.
Yeah, but I want it now.
Okay.
I texted him last night at
Yeah, it
11:30
worked
at
out.
night. Said, "Give me a lewd door
Yeah.
dunking a skull."
It's chopped.
You got it.
but for building a bong.
but for booze.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You know the show Chopped?
Yeah.
It's like
But
chefs. You
they
get a
give you
basket. Of,
Sometimes it's beer,
you get a basket of ingredients. So sometimes it could be food.
but that's chopped.
But for booze, you're making
Okay.
drinks.
Okay.
So you're making one drink. Give me an example of what's in my box.
All right, you got fucking vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
All right.
grass.
Yep.
Like something disgusting, like some like
Cum.
spice or like something that's like really flavorful. That's
Cincinnati chili.
And then I don't know, shaved ice.
Okay.
Asparagus.
Okay.
And then you got to make a drink.
I have to make a liquor out of that,
You have to make a cocktail, something that you can serve.
but there's no booze.
Would you have the booze?
Oh yeah, and
How
tequila.
drunk were you, Hank?
You just forgot the booze.
Well,
You just want us to make a salad.
No.
Salad.
Oh, I did forget the booze.
No,
but
I think what happened was Hank was out of booze, and he was
No, I was
just
out of
looking at
chaser.
ingredients
I
in
was
his
out of
house. He's like,
chaser.
"How can I get drunk out of these off these things?"
I was like, do you ferment the asparagus? Like, where is this
No.
going?
That's my bad.
All right,
But
all you
that's
do,
the
you
concept.
blend it all together, and then you toss some whiskey in it. And you call it a milkshake. Boom.
But someone else can make a better one. It's there's plenty of bartenders in the world.
All right, well, let's try it. We've already had an episode of Top Chef, Billy versus PFT. Let's do it again. That'd actually be great. Let's do it on our Twitch stream.
I like
Twitch
to
doesn't. Let's do it on our YouTube.
let the chili talk.
Yeah, let's do it on our YouTube. Let's do it. Set it up for. Let's do it Sunday night when we come in to do the show. We'll do a 10-minute chopped for booze.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I'll get the ingredients. I'll
All
get the
right.
box.
All
the
right.
boxes.
Okay, and it should be the main ingredient should be Coors Light or Coors Light. Seltzer.
That's yes.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll taste test. Billy will let the meat talk. Steak should be part of this, just so we can watch Billy.
I'll take care of it.
All right, so maybe not Sunday. We'll do it soon. We'll do it on our YouTube channel. All right, good ideas, Hank.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Appreciate it.
What were you gonna say, Billy?
I actually have a drunk idea, too.
All right, here we go. Let's go. It is investment week.
So,
Sure, let's just pretend that they are. Billy's idea is that there's going to be a Peloton dating app.
how did you... Oh, yeah.
I think you tweeted it
did
out.
tweet it. Yeah, well, all these Peloton people are so obsessed with Peloton. Like, it's like and everyone's just simping for their instructors. So, like, why don't you just make a dating app for all these dudes who get a...
Yeah, I'll do one better, Billy. I think we've actually passed the people obsessed with Pelotons. Now it's the people obsessed with people who are obsessed with their Pelotons. So let's get a dating app for them so they can stop complaining about people obsessed with Pelotons.
It's Billy being obsessed with everybody else that's got one. Yeah, because if you knew Olivia Motto, you would not be talking shit about
Right,
it.
like
okay?
six months ago, people were talking too much about their Pelotons. Now, we just have people talking too much about people who are talking too much about their Pelotons. So if we get them to date, then everyone will shut the fuck up.
Do you guys remember like a year and a half ago when that commercial came out and like a slightly arguably sexist commercial about Peloton was the biggest problem that we had in the entire world?
That was nice.
That was pretty sweet.
That was pretty nice.
Getting mad at like some husband buying his wife a $3,000 bike.
Damn.
That was a good time.
Yep, and now here we are.
I missed
and
that
now,
era.
well, we're solving all the world. Do you see Mr. Potato Head is no longer?
It's just Potato Head,
Just
yeah.
Potato Head.
Just Potato
What were
Guy.
you going to say?
It's my Fyre Fest.
Oh,
Save it for
all right. Forget you didn't hear that. Forget you didn't hear that. Let's get to our interview with Donnie Brasco, Joe Pistone, the real Donnie Brasco. Fascinating interview. Infiltrated the New York City Mafia for like 5 years. Crazy story. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the movie, but really, really fascinating interview. Something a little different, and it is brought to you by our friends at 3Chi. 3Chi is the industry leader in Delta H THC products. All products are formulated by a biochemist and made in the U.S. with USA-grown hemp. 3Chi's Delta 8 is a federally legal version of THC and is a more functional alternative to marijuana. It gives an amazing buzz and a great body feel, but with a clearer head and less anxiety and paranoia. It's available online at 3chi.com. That's the number 3, CHI.com, and at retailers around the country. Must be 21 to purchase. And remember, this is not CBD. It is psychoactive, and it will give you a buzz. So please use responsibly. Again, go to 3chi.com, the number 3, CHI.com, to shop for Delta 8 vapes, gummies, tinctures, and oils that can be used to make homemade edibles. Use code PARDON at checkout to receive 5% off your order. Code PARDON, checkout, 3chi.com, 5% off your order. Do it right now. You will not be disappointed. It is a great buzz. It's a great time to relax. You probably, a lot of people still stuck inside. Winter, pandemic, 3Chi, take a little of that pressure off. Just hang out, melt into your couch, 3chi.com. Use code PARDON to receive 5% off your order at checkout. Okay, here he is, Joe Pistone, a.k.a. the real Donnie Brasco. Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Joe Pistone. You know him as Donnie Brasco, former FBI agent. I guess you're an FBI agent for life. If you haven't seen Donnie Brasco, go watch it, first of all. Go read the book, Joe's book. He was undercover in the mob, in the New York City Mafia for many years, and went, 200 indictments. One of the craziest stories out there, if you don't know it. I think everyone does know it, but thank you for joining us, Joe. We appreciate it. Got a million questions. I guess the first one is, where are you right now?
I'm on the East Coast of the U.S.
Oh, okay. I like this. All right. You can't really tell us. We also have a sunglass off.
What's the weather like where you're at?
Cold.
Cold.
Oh. Well, I'm wearing shorts right now.
There has been a cold snap throughout the U.S. So
yeah, it is winter.
Yeah, that's true. So you also have a podcast that is called Deep Cover. What do you guys talk about in the podcast? Is it basically stories from back in the day?
Yeah, it's Deep Cover, the real Donnie Brasco, and it's on Jam Street Media is our production company. It's basically we've got 19 episodes in a can, and it's basically about organized crime, the mafia, my days undercover, stories that weren't told in the movie or in my books regarding my undercover endeavors. And we're hopefully going to start up second season pretty soon. But nice. I listen, I really appreciate you guys having me on. When I told my my grandkids, they were like, "No, come on,
I love it.
You guys got to have you on." They were like, "You guys, I tell you what, you guys are the, I don't know, you're rock stars."
Well, you were made guys.
We actually look at you the same way, because I don't know about Big Cat, but for me personally, Donnie Brasco was one of my favorite movies growing up. Loved it.
Thank you very much.
It's one that I watch every 5 years or so, and the story behind it is just endlessly fascinating to me. I guess my first question for you would be, like, when you were growing up, did you actually want to be in the mafia, or did you want to be on the justice side of the law?
Well, growing up, I always wanted to be a cop. I always wanted to get into law enforcement, and I grew up in Paterson, New Jersey, and I don't know if you guys are aware of any towns in Jersey, but Paterson was a typical blue collar town, and I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, so there were wise guys in the neighborhood. I knew wise guys growing up. Went to school with some of the kids of the wise guys, but their life never attracted me, and I think I take that back to my upbringing. My father worked in bars, had bars, was a hardworking guy, and although we we knew all the gangsters in the neighborhood, it was always, hey, that's not the way you want to go. Because you see the social clubs, you see the guys, nobody works, they're hanging out all day, they got the flash, the cash.
That sounds to me like that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
like you see a bunch of wise guys
flash
hanging
and
out,
cash,
flash, cash at a social club. Mm-hmm. That's the Triple Crown, baby.
Yeah, it's cool if you lean that way, But like I say, I had a good upbringing, and look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Growing up, I gambled. I shot craps in the streets, went to the racetracks, but it just wasn't something that attracted me. I always wanted to be a cop, and that's the way I went.
So 1976, you go undercover, and it's supposed to be only a 6-month operation, but it takes 6 months, right, before you even get introduced to like guys in the mafia that you can start doing some undercover investigation for. What was that process like? What was that 6 months trying to get known and have people be like, oh, this guy's just a guy around the streets. We see him, we know him. He's not just a random guy who just showed up.
Yeah, well, I had just come off a 1.5 undercover operation where I had infiltrated a gang of thieves that were stealing high-priced automobiles. In other words, you came to us and said, hey, I want a Mercedes-Benz. Well, we take your order, and then at night we go out to the Mercedes dealership and hooked the car. So I did that for a year and a half. I get back to New York, and my supervisor was an old-time New Yorker who had done undercover in his day, Guy Barata, and he had this idea of an undercover operation. And the initial, all undercover operations are funded for 6 months, and then every 6 months you have to renew them. So that's why it was, a six-month deal. And the idea was to see if I can infiltrate fences. You guys know what fences are, right? Guys that broker stolen commodities, goods, swag. And the idea was to, and you have to have a profession, because nobody's going to deal with you if you don't have a profession. And so my profession was, I was a jewel thief. Mm-hmm. And the reason being is that you could do jobs without, you don't need a gang to go do jobs. I can bring diamonds, precious gems around. So I went to school, learned all about diamonds, precious gems, learned about locks, alarms, safes, whatever. And then the idea was we had certain restaurants and bars targeted that we knew that these guys hung out in. And the idea was to go in and hang out and hopefully get into conversation. Well, if you know anything about the mob, you don't just walk in and say, hey, I'm Donnie Brasco. I'm a jewel thief. I want to hook up with you guys. It doesn't work that way. So it took me about 6 months going into these different places, just hanging out, getting something to eat, having a Heineken. And then finally I got in a conversation with a bartender who was hooked into the mob. And that's how my actual first initiation was with these guys. There was bartender that was a guy that was hooked up with the Lucchese mafia family out of New York.
So in the movie, you get introduced. I guess it's to Lefty. You help him out by spotting a fugazi, a fake diamond. How do you tell if a diamond is fugazi?
Well, back then in the day when I was pretty good at it, I had the glass, and you look, and you see, if you see scratches, you look at the color, and can you really, if it's really a bad fake, then you can tell. But this one didn't look really great, and I just took a shot that, hey, it's a fugazi, and it was.
So, not to glamorize guys in the mafia, because obviously they are criminals, but did you have fun? Was it fun when you were hanging out with the guys? I imagine it was fun at times where you're like, this is actually like, we're hanging out, we're busting balls, we're having a good time, watching sports, playing pool, whatever it may be. Were there times when you almost had to remind yourself, like, hey, you're a cop, like, you're not supposed to be having fun?
Yeah, well, you have to remember, you're dealing with human beings. So even though they're stone cold killers, somebody's got a good side to them. They got kids, they got wives, they got gumadas, they got kids that are okay. Some of them got kids that are a pain in the ass, like everybody else's kids. So some of them are jokesters. What I mean by jokesters, they're natural comedians. Some of them are just stone cold. So, yeah, during the day when you're not doing anything, you're hanging around the social club, playing gin, BSing. Guys are cracking jokes. Guys are talking politics. Guys are talking whatever. And not that they're experts in anything, but, they're normal people that way. So, yeah, you could bitch around with the guys. You have to, because you have to fit in with them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you ever forget that your name wasn't Donnie? Like, if somebody called out for someone else, like, hey, Joey, did you ever turn your head?
No, actually, I never did. I'll be honest with you. And that's my middle name, and that's why I took it, but I was used to it. And the funny thing, the operation I had just come off, I used the same name. So I was, for a year and a half, I was used to being Donnie Brasco.
Yeah. What was the closest you ever got to getting caught, to having your cover blown? Obviously, we see it in the movie, but was that true to form, that, you know, someone that you had worked with in the FBI had seen you and didn't know that you were undercover?
Well, there were a couple of ones. If you're talking about in the movie with the lawyer in the airport,
yeah,
that happened. He kept calling. We were walking toward each other, and I was with Sonny Black, who was my capo in the Bonanno family. And when he got out close, I just clocked him because I didn't want him to keep, calling me and everything. And Sonny says, Donnie, what'd you do? I said, Sonny, did you see what the guy did? And can you say anything on here? Or,
yeah, you say anything. Yeah.
I said, he grabbed my prick. So I got to clock him. And we kept going. You saw the boat.
Yeah.
You saw the movie. Well, that was an FBI boat. And that boat was used in Abscam. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the big Abscam investigation, the undercover operation the FBI had against politicians.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that was never to be surfaced. And the news media found out about the operation, and they wouldn't squelch it from printing it. So when that came out in the paper, we were on that boat. I took the wise guys on that boat for a fishing trip, and I was with Lefty one time. We were on an airplane, and the picture of that boat was called The Left Hand. It was on the front cover, I think, of Newsweek or Time. And he looks at it, and he looks at me, and he said, Donnie, you know this boat? I said, no. I said, I don't know that boat. And it's, big picture of it, big picture of The Left Hand. And he said, we were on that boat. I said, nah, we were never on that boat, Left. He said, yes, we were. I said, how do you know? He said, what's my name? I said, Lefty. He said, what's the name of this boat? The Left Hand. I said, he said, you think I can forget that? So a few months before, he and I had been out in California, and we were having dinner, and there were two ladies there, and he sent them over dinner. He said to the waiter, send them over dinner and drinks, whatever they want. And then when they were leaving, we got into a conversation, and I told him, I said, Left, remember those two ladies? Yeah. I said, one of them gave me a card, and she said, if you guys are ever in Miami and you want to go out on the boat, this is my brother's boat.
Huh.
I said, what the hell do I know? That's how that's how I got in touch with him. So I skated on that one, but he always brought it up to me, but I had been with him a few years now, so he kind of bought the story, but that was probably the closest.
Yeah. So when you get revealed, or when the operation is over and they arrest everyone, I would imagine deep down you were like, you kind of wanted to reach out to some of these guys and be like, because there's an emotional bond that you make over these years. How hard was that to deal with? Because they're criminals, but you also know them on a personal level, and you've been living, with them, being friends with them for multiple years at this point.
I had no problem with these guys getting arrested and going to jail. I didn't want to reach out to any of them after. That's just the way I operated in all my undercover endeavors, is that, look, you chose to be a gangster. I chose to be in law enforcement. I'm coming after you. And once it's over, then I leave. The only way I would talk to anybody after, if they wanted to talk to me, I didn't want to put the cuffs on anybody. I had no problem you going to jail. Now, obviously, I didn't want to see guys get killed. Like I said, they killed Tony Mira. They killed Sonny Black Napolitano. Of because he was my captain. And they killed another guy. Ruggiero was due to get killed, but the Bureau heard about it. They picked it up on a wire, and they grabbed him while he was on his way to get killed. But as far as feeling sorry for these guys, no. That's just the way I feel.
Yeah, that's also probably the Hollywood aspect. In the actual movie, Donnie Brasco, they definitely make Al Pacino a sympathetic character and kind of a sad character that you feel bad for at the end.
And I was told the reason why is because they had to make me look like a good guy because I was a bad guy during the undercover operation for being with these guys. So they had to make it like I had sympathy for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the way Hollywood operates. But,
yeah. Is there anything that you weren't allowed to do? Like if they had asked you to participate in like the most grisly crime that you can imagine, and you were in a car with these guys, like is there something that you could not have gotten out of had you gone along for the ride?
Well, let me say this: the rule in undercover is you can't get involved in crimes of violence. Okay, that's the rule. However, there's an undercover rule, and that rule is you are your own security. Nobody's going to save your life in an undercover deal except you. All right. Example: I was given a contract to kill somebody. All right. You saw the movie, the three guys that got whacked in the basement.
Yep.
Well, it was supposed to be four guys. One didn't show. I got the contract to kill him. So that means I'm responsible for killing him. Now, in reality, in the mafia, you're given a contract. You don't say, the guy's my brother, the guy's my cousin. I know the guy since we were kids. You get the contract, you accept it. Otherwise, you get killed.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to accept it. I had to go out looking for the guy. But the deal was, if I found him by myself, I'd call the Bureau. They would grab him, and we'd stage a hit, and it would be the other way around too. I never found him. They never found him. We get a call one day. We're at the club, and we get a call. Sonny Black gets a call, and he says, "Donnie, Bruno's at such and such an address." What do I do? So the guys, we jump in the car and we're going to go. Now, if I get there and we get there, what am I going to say? Hey, guys, I'm really an FBI agent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like timeout.
Yeah.
Game over. All right, jig's up.
Or maybe
it's me.
Yeah, let's go get some meatballs instead of killing this guy today.
Yeah, right. But I don't, so in any operation, if it's me or a gangster, it's going to be the gangster. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I'll take my shot with the government charging me.
That's crazy. So you had that mental thought, like, all right, I'm going to have to go kill this guy.
Well, yeah, if that's the way it came down.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We're going to get back to Joey Pistone in a second. Before we do, I want to talk to you about our great friends at Norton 360 for gamers. Real gamers know that if you want to get good, you need to shield up, and not just in the game, but with your devices and your connections. Hank, it's a new Warzone now, right?
New update.
So what does that mean? Is it no longer Verdansk?
No. Update really didn't change shit.
Zombies?
Not really.
So what does it mean?
There's one new...
It means I have to play.
Yeah.
And if I have to play, I want to make sure that I'm protected, right?
Yes.
And the only way to do that is with Norton 360 for gamers. Otherwise, people can steal access to your gamer accounts, take over your webcam. I've just got my loadout set the way I want it. Heaven forbid somebody hacks into my account and changes it and adds a bad optics site where I don't want it. If you're not protected, you can lose your in-game progress, your inventory, and everything else that you grinded for. All those items that you've collected during gameplay, like weapons, cosmetics, skins, virtual currency, they can be sold for real money on various websites. Don't let today's cyber threats bring upon a real-life boss fight. You need Norton 360 for gamers. security for your PC and devices that blocks cyber threats. You get a VPN for your online privacy, dark web monitoring for your gamer tags and more, and with fewer notifications. No one can prevent all cybercrime. But Norton 360 for Gamers can help shield you from cyber criminals, and they're going to give you 20% off your first year. 20% off at norton.com/gamers when you use promo code PMT. That's norton360.com norton.com/gamers, promo code PMT, and get 20% off Norton 360. And now, back to Joey Pistone. In terms of like the actual undercover work and getting prepared for it, I know that, you know, there was that scene in the movie where you couldn't take your shoes off in the restaurant because you were going to get found out. What's the best place to wear a wire?
None at all. To be honest with you, none at all. What I did was I went to Radio Shack and bought a mini tape recorder. And I would keep it in my sport coat pocket.
And did you ever...
Or my cowboy boots. That time I had it in my cowboy boot.
From a just like a logistical standpoint, I'm always curious about how the mafia operates, how the different families operate. Do you have like set times that most people are expected to be working during the day? Because there's no office, right? Is there like, do some people come in 9 to 5? When are people technically at work, or is it just 24/7?
Well, it's 24/7 actually. It's a 24/7 thing. You meet at your social club basically, or where your crew hangs out. Everybody's in a crew, and the crew is headed by a capo or a captain. All right, who's appointed by the boss, and you have to maintain contact with your capo every day. You know. Most guys don't work. If they do, if they work, they might own a bar or a business, but they're not out there doing physical labor. You know, they might check in on their business, but your main goal is the mafia. That's who you worship.
Yeah. What's the vacation like in the mafia? Is there a policy that they have, or can they just, like, if they want to go away for a couple weeks?
Well, you got to tell your capo what you're doing. In other words, if I wanted to go to Disneyland, right? Yeah. I got to go say, hey, Sonny, I want to take my wife and kids away for, all right, just check in every day. Mm-hmm. You got to check in. You got to check in every day.
I'm also curious about the tie-ins with Major League Baseball, the NBA, things like that, because I know that some crews were involved in point shaving issues back then. Was there any like athletic involvement, any sports that you saw like having contact with the crew you were running with?
Not the only contact that I know that my guys had was with horse racing.
Mm-hmm.
Horse racing.
Yeah. What's the state of the mafia today? Like, what is it? Does it still exist? Does it? I assume it still exists, but like, what is it like today? Do you have any understanding of it?
Yeah, the state of the mafia, because I keep up with it, through law enforcement. Basically, they're down, reduced to just another organized crime entity. I mean, they're still involved in drugs. They're involved in gambling, everything that can make them money. What was taken away from them and what they don't control anymore is, back in the day, they don't control politicians anymore. They're out of the gambling business in Vegas and in Atlantic City. And what I mean by that is they're not taking the takes from the county rooms anymore. They're out of the big unions, running the big unions. They're out of controlling judges, law enforcement, and the major unions. But they're still involved in everything. All the other crimes again. But when I say we, when law enforcement took away their ability to control the big unions, control politicians and judges, and, not that they may not be paying somebody here or there, but not on a major scale like they used to. I mean, back in the day when I was in it, there wasn't anything in the U.S. that they didn't have their hand in making money.
Mm-hmm. Did you, what were the parts of Donnie Brasco that you think didn't get it right, where they kind of missed the mark a little bit in terms of what your experience was like?
Overall, I think it was a good movie, and not because it's Donnie Brasco, but it's still got legs. I mean, there isn't a night or day that goes by that movie's not playing somewhere. But I think what they really missed was the real danger. I don't know how you guys feel, but when I watch it, I kind of get the feeling, man, it's a lot more danger than this movie's showing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's me because I was there. I don't know.
This is a dumb question. I know it is, but whenever I watch a mafia movie or The Sopranos or whatever it may be, is there ever an element where a guy's like, hey, I've made enough money, I can walk away? I know that they can, but did you ever get that feeling from guys in the crew like, hey, I kind of want to just stop doing this, I understand the risk?
No, I never did. I never heard anybody say that they had enough.
That's crazy to me. Simply by the fact that, like, if you make a big score, if you have a ton of money and a ton of cash, like being like, hey, you know what? I've had a great run. I know how this is going to end if I stay here. Maybe I'm going to go live my life somewhere else.
No, and you know what's crazy is that, look, I was with these guys for 6 years. I lived with them. I stayed in the same apartment with them, slept with them. You wake up every morning thinking, is today the day I go to jail?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it today the day I get whacked?
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like nuts, but that's their mentality. That's their mindset. And if they made a $5 million score today, then tomorrow, they want it to be a $10 million score.
Yeah.
I never heard anybody say, man, I wish I never got into this life.
Yeah, I just can't imagine the anxiety of being like, today could be the day that a cop just shows up at the social club or at the bar and that's it. Yeah,
I mean, it's every day to them was what are we going to score today? Mm-hmm. What'll get me killed? All right. Number one, these are good things for an undercover agent to know, because you're never going to be in a deep cover situation where you're not going to get into a beef with somebody, either verbally or physically. If I get into a beef with you, I can't insult you in front of other people. You and I have a verbal argument. I can't insult you in front of other people. That could get me killed. Take it a step further. We're in this beef. You give me a smack. If I lay my hands on you, I'm dead. You can't lay your hands on a made guy. You know what a made guy is, right?
Yeah.
Made guy has been officially, in case your listeners don't know, somebody that's been officially indoctrinated into the mafia. Okay. Never steal money from the family. All these will get you killed. The other thing that'll get you killed, you don't fool around with a wise guy's wife, daughter, or girlfriend. That'll get you killed.
Mm-hmm.
So they have these rules, and they live by them. They used to anyway. The mob today, they got what the big downfall of the mafia is, and I saw it. Young kids using drugs instead of dealing in it, making money of it, making money from it. them using it.
Like Christopher.
Yeah.
On Soprano, when he gets addicted to heroin, then sits on Cosette, and then has to kill him on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No spoilers.
No spoilers at all. Here's a dumb question. You mentioned like a wise guy's wife, daughter, girlfriend. What if you sleep with a wise guy's mom?
You're dead.
I don't know. I thought maybe that was a loophole. Maybe she's lonely. Who knows?
Yeah, well, maybe if you're single, you're all right. But if you're married, then,
yeah,
don't look too kindly on that.
Yeah.
So I had one last question, and you can go listen to Deep Cover, the podcast. So I was reading about it. Is there still actively a hit out on your life?
It's never been rescinded. But I don't think anybody gets up every morning and say, "Hey, I'm going to look for Donnie Brasco today."
Right.
What I do is where I live. The neighbors don't know who I am, as I'm not really that friendly a guy with neighbors anyway. But it hasn't been rescinded. But nobody's out. I don't think.
Well, you have a podcast, so yeah, I would assume that you're okay with talking. Yeah,
that's kind of like the question: when is the podcast bubble getting its fullest? It's like when guys who are hiding in undercover in fear for their lives have very successful podcasts. It's kind of saturated at that point.
Well, but I think it's more successful.
I'm excited to listen to it. I really am, because your life fascinates me.
Yeah, Jam Street. Hey, can I mention one other thing too?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's okay. Yeah. I have another podcast. It's not mine. It's called The Undercovers. All right. There's one season out already, and I'm going to be the second season. And my good friend Eddie Follis, who is a retired DEA agent undercover, and you guys may have heard of Billy Queen, the Alone and Undercover, the ATF agent that spent time with the Mongols undercover. We got a podcast. We just did, I think, 9 episodes, and it'll be out in a couple months. And the exciting thing is that Ed O'Neill, you know who Ed O'Neill is, right? The actor. Yeah. He's one of the narrators, the main narrator, and Ray Liotta is the other narrator of it.
Very cool.
That should be out in I don't know, maybe another month or so.
Awesome. The Mongols one, that's is that the motorcycle gang?
Yeah, the Mongols,
yeah.
Billy Queen, yeah. But my main podcast, is Deep Cover, Real Donnie Brasco. That's what I'm doing with Leo Rossi and Jam Street Media. Of course, it's on other wherever you get your podcast. And Jam Street Media's got some wearing apparel that they're selling off of that. I'm not a good salesman.
No, this is a great plug. I honestly, I'm going to listen to your podcast, because this type of stuff is fascinating to me. I think I've read maybe 7 books in the last 20 years, and 5 of them are about the Mafia.
Well, I'll tell you, if you read the books, read Donnie Brasco, My Undercover Life in the Mafia, #1, and then read Unfinished Business. Make that the second one, because that's a run-up. And then I got another one out. It's been out a while, called The Way of the Wise Guy. And that's kind of, how wise guys act and what they do, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
All right. Well, awesome.
When's this air?
Probably in the next week or so.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one last question for you. Did you watch The Departed?
Yeah.
What did you think of the ending, where they zoom in on the rat? Did you get that the zoom in, like the rat symbolized a rat at the end?
Yeah. I'd like it. Yeah. Hey, again, it was crazy, because I told my grandkids, and they're like, wow, those guys are they're the top. And my one granddaughter, who's she follows Dave Point. What's
Portnoy?
Yeah, it's her boss.
Yeah,
that's her capo.
He follows her on Instagram.
Oh wow.
Are we implicated now? Are we implicated as being associates of yours?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You're under me now.
All right. Well, that could be a problem for us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank
Hey,
you
listen.
so much. Yeah.
Your producers have my contact. If you ever need anything, call me.
Great.
Okay.
I appreciate
Sounds
that.
great.
Thank you so much, Joe. We
I
really appreciate
it,
it.
guys.
Steven.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
That interview with Joey Pistone was brought to you by our great friends over at Upstart. We love Upstart. You know you've got one of those credit cards, the one that you're afraid to even look at to see what the balance is. If you've been avoiding your debt, it's time to confront it. Upstart can help you face it and finally pay it off. It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. So look at it, figure out what your debt is, and then figure out a plan with Upstart. Last year showed us that you never know what life is going to throw at you. If you use credit cards to pay for unexpected expenses, it can be overwhelming to manage that debt. But you can take control with Upstart so you know exactly what to expect. It's the fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off your debt all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple, fixed monthly payment. They find smarter rates with trusted partners because they assess more than just your credit score. With a 5-minute check, you can see your rate up front for loans online from $1,000 to $50,000. You can get approved the same day and receive funds as fast as one business day. So if debt is taking over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/PMT. That's upstart.com/PMT. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. The loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/PMT.
All right. I just have sent the beta version of our new T-shirt. So
Let's see it.
Yeah, it's gonna look sick.
Bang chins, bro.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
and that's we need to name that guy. Like it doesn't have to be on the shirt, but just so that
Trevor, Tyler,
Lance.
Come on, Billy. Get us something.
Big time Frisbee guy that used to be a counselor at my camp. His name's Brody Smith.
There it is. Brody.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's big.
Is he?
Yeah. He's
For real?
like
You know Brody Smith?
Trick shotter. You've seen his videos.
I was in 8th grade. But
All right, so just one on the record. That is Brody, our
think you'd
Frolfer,
remember
but
me.
it's not the Brody, so
No
you can't
shot
cease
he
and
would
desist.
remember.
No, it's a
Not
Brody
not
that
chance
used to
in
bang
France.
chains with Jake.
potentially.
Yeah.
He would
No.
remember the camp. And then
Yeah,
he'd be
of
like,
course.
Yeah, backtrack.
yeah,
then I
Jake.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a camper there.
Do you think he saw any future frolfing in you?
He created, not disc golf, but he created Ultimate Frisbee as an activity.
He invented Ultimate Frisbee?
No, at camp. He started.
Well, I mean, that's
He-
like
wait,
saying like
yeah,
I
no,
invented
he
basketball. at
invented
camp.
Ultimate
No, he
Frisbee.
started the league, the
No.
Open Frisbee
But that's
organization.
not-
Ultimate Frisbee is
That'd be like
UFO.
saying Hank invented Jenga.
the Mohicans invented. Well,
But the professional.
Oh, he did play Barstool.
He brought it to camp, is all I'm saying.
Got it. Well, that's important. So it's like
He introduced
brought-
it to Jake.
Yeah.
it's like Europeans brought football to America.
He's Eli Whitney,
Yeah.
sort of.
He discovered it.
He's more like
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like he discovered Ultimate Frisbee.
he's more
not
like
that he
Paul
invented
Rabel.
it.
Paul Vrabel? Rabel?
Yeah,
Paul
Paul
Rabel.
Rabel. Because he
He
created
invented-
the professional league.
Right, but he didn't invent lacrosse.
Right. But
Okay, got
Brody's,
it. I see what you're saying.
but Brody
Brody
didn't
Smith.
invent
I love that
UFO.
name, Brody
Okay, that's
Smith.
Brody
What a
banging
fucking
chains on his
dude.
shirt.
He did Dude Perfect videos.
He did? Cancel him. All right, Hank, Fyre Fest of the week.
My Fyre Fest, we alluded to it earlier, but everyone's got their favorite toy they have as a kid.
You stop.
Mine was
No.
Mr. Potato
For
Head.
real?
Yeah, of course. It was like I struggled with friends, and for a while it was like
Are you being
he's
serious
my
right now?
he's my guy friend, he's my boy.
Okay, no.
Mr. Potato Head.
Did you
Now
just
it's
like
just
him because of
Potato
Toy
Head.
Story?
And then of course, well, it was like I liked him. It was like you like someone and they go mainstream, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I like them even
you were,
more now.
You were a fan of his before he was cool.
I have
Right.
a question.
Yeah.
Wasn't
but
is-
they changed him today. They massacred my boy.
they massacred him, they neutered him.
Yeah, they're giving him a Spud, a gender neutral new name. Just
What
Potato
is
Head.
Is it?
Are they
It's just-
taking
it's just
taking away his
Potato Head.
dick?
Isn't there a Mrs. Potato Head?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what the hell's the problem?
Right, and I don't know if they're changing her. My sister liked the Mrs. Potato Head. I like the Mister. And now it's like, would I ever even gotten into him in the first place?
So
I would
so
love-
if hypothetically you had a stash of old Mr. Potato Head genitals, you stand to make a lot of money because they're about to get
NFT
rare.
'em, NFT 'em,
NFT 'em.
bro.
I'm going to
NFT
NFT
them.
my Potato Head dicks.
I I would love to talk to the founder of Mr. Potato Head. Like, what? How high were you, dude? That's the dumbest toy ever.
No, they were originally just...
No, they were literally like potatoes.
It was potatoes,
Yeah.
and
Right,
they
so
sold the
he's-
accessories.
okay.
Yeah.
But
And they
he must
stuck
have
him
been
in
high there then when he just started sticking shit in a potato to keep his kids busy.
Yeah, well, I feel like in like the fucking 1900s, that's,
Yeah, that's true. They
better-
did play with like a circular wooden, like, and a stick. And
Yeah,
that was like
that's like
PS5.
sticking shit in a potato is better than Game Boy.
Yeah.
It's like, holy, I can take this with me wherever I go.
Right.
I can take it in the horse.
Call of Duty used to be just throwing rocks at trains.
Yeah.
All right, good Fyre Fest.
sad
No one
Fyre
had heard it.
Fest.
All right,
Is that it, Hank?
PFT, what's your Fyre
Yeah,
Fest?
it's been a tough week. Tough day, I guess.
Well, my Fyre Fest is I'm passing a kidney stone. Or I did pass a kidney stone like a couple hours ago. I don't know if it's still going through right now, and I've got more.
You're with stones.
I was stones. I went to the urologist today. They checked me out, which it's always weird because they got to make you take your pants off.
Did they look at your dick?
Looked at my dick. Everything's normal. But they...
Did you laugh?
No, because I feel like
was
urologists have to have a line for every person that they've got. Like, they think of what their joke line is going to be when they look at your chart so that it's not super uncomfortable when they're just, like, moving your dick. And so mine was, hey, are you related to that pilot that landed the plane on the river? And he's like, because your name is similar. And I was like, my instinct was...
Fuck.
In my sick brain from 5 years of doing this podcast, the only thing I could say back to him was, they named a drink after that guy.
That's perfect.
And he's like, oh really? And then I just didn't say the punchline to the joke. So I just set up the joke, didn't add in the Grey Goose and a splash of water. But that's the only thing that my warped brain could think to say as another man with a glove is touching my penis roughly.
I think that's fair.
I think, I'm lucky I got that out.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly felt like that was a great interaction after he left the room.
Yes.
But, I was currently passing one a little bit ago. I don't know. I can't tell if it's still going through my kidney or not right now. But
Sounds like you're milking it.
My inside is like the Infinity Stones, the Infinity Gauntlet.
When's the last stone?
Huh?
Like, is this going to be,
He said I have at least 6.
how much longer do we have to live with these stones?
A lot. I'm gonna be milking it hard. I'm gonna be talking about it a lot.
stones.
So I've got an appointment.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle
So I
up, folks.
got to name more of them.
Yep.
Rock Cartwright. Pardon my Takeo Spikes.
Okay.
I like that one. Spikle Jordan.
Okay.
Bottom line is no more salads. I fucked up by eating salads for a week, and now look at me.
Yeah. Although PFT came back, I was like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, yeah, they told me that sodium's really bad. And then as he was saying that, as the words were coming out of his mouth, he had an order come in, like Enrique, who works the front desk, walked over,
Frank the Tank
and it
recipe.
was just wings and French fries. And I'm like, well,
And I realized how ridiculous it was because I looked at the receipt of my order, and on Seamless, when I ordered the wings, it was lemon pepper wings. And my request for additional notes on there was, can you add in extra seasoning, please? So maybe it is some time to cut back occasionally on the sodium.
Does this have anything to do with the hat?
No, nothing to do with that.
Just trying to,
yeah.
If
Connect
anything,
all
the
dots.
hat's been helping.
Yeah. All right, my Fyre Fest is I have a zit on my nose that's coming in, and it's fucking painful.
Doesn't look as bad in person.
Let me see.
It looked bad on that video.
I didn't
I
notice.
look like Rudolph the
Really,
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Really bad.
It's also just
Really
really
bad.
painful. Yeah, I look like one of those guys who's just been drinking for 80 years and his nose is going to fall.
Yeah, if
You
you
look like
squeeze
Tom
it,
Coughlin.
yeah, if you squeeze it hard enough, you'll look like a clown face T-shirt.
It hasn't come out. It's like, maybe it's ingrown hair. It just sucks. It's pretty much the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone.
I'm sorry that you're going through that right
Thank
now.
you. I appreciate that.
Credit
But
to you
you
for
know
coming
what?
in, though.
Yeah, I know. I came in.
You know what?
Yeah.
Billy said all these comments about us seeming old.
He did? When?
You're getting an acne outbreak. Look at you.
Yeah.
Are you
You're
running-
basically a 13-year-old.
Are you
Yeah.
doing a cycle over there?
Yeah.
Little TRT?
Yeah, trying to keep up with the young buck over here.
One thing that we should all acknowledge is when Billy was having that conversation with our boss, Erica, he was talking about how old me and Big Cat were to somebody that's older, to a woman who's older than Big Cat. How do you think that made our CEO
And
feel?
also threw in 27-year-old Hank.
You basically called our CEO old to her face.
Also, in a way that made it seem like we all have the same job.
Yeah. Billy, I have one more day of motivation, then I will stop.
I was just literally trying to show value.
I just want that video to get to 1 million views so everyone knows who stabbed me in the back. When I'm laying
sure
dead
already
in the
past 1 million.
Oh, it is? All right, good. So I'm still going to tweet tomorrow. But when I'm laying dead in the gutter and they're like, how did he die? Well,
old age.
Philly football. Philly football came and fucking gutted him.
Nope, it was father time.
What's your Fyre Fest, Billy?
So last week there were
It's not your pants?
No, this is so much more. These pants, look, they're keeping me warm.
They're work pants.
Covering my
What are you, in the
legs.
Resident? You're like, yeah, I'm wearing this thing. It's just keeping me alive.
It's like, dude, they're work pants. I'm at work. It's like, no, they're work pants for if you're on the construction site.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, last week there was reports out of Tasmania that they spotted the Tasmanian tiger, which so humans suck and tend to kill large predators when they go into a new area. So the Tasmanian tiger, the last one died in captivity in 1936. The Tasmanian tiger is a large marsupial, carnivorous marsupial, that the only reason they say it's a tiger is because it has stripes on its back. Imagine it's more
like
of
a nurse shark. It's just a name. It's not actually a tiger.
You posted that picture, or I saw that picture. It looks like Stella. It looks like my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I have
exactly.
one.
It's
maybe.
just a brindle marsupial.
Yeah.
Well, the stripes, yeah.
It's like half kangaroo, though.
Yeah, it's like imagine like a dingo with a pouch with stripes on its back in like a really big mouth.
God was drunk when he made Australia, the entire continent. He was celebrating after making everything. He's like, I did a great job. Look at this. This is an elephant. Look at this. It's an orchid flower. It's so beautiful and intricate. And then look, here's a fucked up duckbill platypus that looks like it's a beaver that I stapled like a bill to its nose.
Yeah, giant sharks and fucking little like enlarged squirrels that crawl really slow up the trees and have syphilis.
Now I'm going to make an island where everything that you touch will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so there was a trail cam footage of what looks like a family.
Wait, hold on, one more. What else we got?
There's a giant rock that I'm going to put out here that just looks like a chick's mound.
Yeah, the biggest spiders you've ever fucking seen that you have to kill with a shovel, otherwise they'll eat your babies.
And you're only allowed to live within 2 miles of the coast on the entire fucking island so that you're closer to the sharks.
Yeah.
Wombats poop cubes. So
really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They're cubes.
I'm fact checking.
I wish I'd
like
start
Wally
cubes if I have too many of the painkillers. I'll tell you that.
So there was a trail cam of what they thought was the family of this, and everyone was freaking out because they're like, nature is healing. Like, this extinct animal is actually not extinct. And turns out it was just a bunch of wild dogs.
Yeah, so I saw the biologist that was taking credit for it,
Yeah.
and I guess he's a pretty respected, like he's a big name in the field of animal, like zoology, and he was walking down the street. It looked like he was probably like halfway to being Johnny Damon levels of drunk, and he just had like an open beer can in his hands. He was like, "Great news, we discovered the tiger. The tiger's not dead." And he's like a famous doctor in Australia.
Oh yeah,
and he's just fucking hammered walking down the street. It's like, that is the most perfect Australian doctor that I've ever seen in my life. Like he's probably like the 40th drunkest person in his town.
It was probably his life's work.
So he just found a couple
tiger.
dogs?
Well, they looked like Tasmanian tigers.
Can I see a picture of them? By the way, I'm looking at the cubes, the wombats poop. It's pretty crazy.
Anyway, turns out it wasn't, and it was really disappointing because I got really
It's
excited.
just a fucking dog.
I almost started drinking. No, I'm joking.
Jake,
we're trying to take all our tigers away.
I present to you one of the biggest scams in America.
Top shot?
Chapstick. I keep losing mine. Yep. It is impossible to finish a stick.
I've been on this for a while.
Oh, really?
But in a different way. Go ahead.
No, like I have to buy a new one every week.
You know what you got to do? You got to fucking wear it as a necklace.
They've also addicted it. You've gotten addicted to it.
Yes.
When you don't even need it at all.
Our darling Jake is addicted to chapstick and to nose spray.
I'm over that now, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous.
How many days sober are you?
Jake?
Your lips get chapped.
My lips don't ever get chapped.
Neither do mine. Do you
mine
use
get chapped,
Big Cat?
Mine get chapped, but you know what?
Give him a kiss.
It's because I use chapstick.
Right.
But to my point,
they got the spike in me.
You just buy one. It's cheap. It's $2-3, but then you have to buy one next week and the week after. Do you know anyone who's ever finished a chapstick?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Chaps' wife.
Oh,
get it?
Damn. That's good. That is good. That is good. Yeah. All right. That's the show. Everyone, numbers 99.
20.
18.
8.
32.
17. I'm fucking.
Shout out Mike Greenberg. Mike Greenberg, they just announced he's going to be doing the NFL draft.
Oh, great. Another show.
More Greeny. All Greeny all the time.
He seriously has had a power play for every job at ESPN.
Yes, he wanted it just to be ESPN Greeny.
73.
He should also do like a over the top, a premium
First timer.
Yeah.
like OnlyFans style.
That was a first timer? Holy shit. Hank, still nothing.
Liam said 17. So.
It's crazy that we have only had Billy, Liam, and Jake.
Yeah.
All right.
Billy, do you have an animal fact for us?
Yes.
Wombats puke.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I didn't blow my load too early on that one.
Okay.
Off
Lemon
the coast
swipes.
of Ireland, there's an island of feral wallabies that just live there.
That sounds pretty cool.
Nice.
Wallabies are like smaller kangaroos.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
See you guys Monday.
Love you guys.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone. Don't you? Needless to say, I'm on sentence, but I'm being stolen away. Life is okay. Say after me. Oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Say after me. Oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone. All things that we say in life are just to play my worries away. You're all the things I've got to remember. You shine away. Oh, I'll be coming for you anyway. You shine away. Oh, I'll be coming for you anyway.